Spain, Barcelona circuit. And we're literally just waiting for a couple more people to get in, but since I got kicked on loading in yesterday, last time, I thought I'd start the stream slightly earlier. Just hopefully don't get kicked out this time, and we can bring you 2 races. These will be competitive. We've got quite a full grid, a lot of names you'll recognise from the DRS and TSL. It was Bunny's Vengeance Day on Thursday. On Monday. Today's Thursday, obviously. Bunny's Vengeance Day on Monday in the Pacific, as he won both Japan and Singapore. Just loading in then for the one-shot quali. I will just load up the chat. We are live, of course, on the Blobby Butler Twitch, as well as we will be on the DRS Twitch shortly, I believe. Once it gets going live. There we go. So do say hello in the chat on either of them, and I'll give you a shout out. We have wet one-shot qualifying. British weather for Silverstone. It's wet one-shot here in Silverstone. As I've mentioned before, one-shot quali, we just follow one driver on his lap, and then we'll go through the entire grid on the formation lap, so you know where everybody is and what car and what tyre they're on. A lot in the F1 community about tyre wear this week. Apparently, equal performance doesn't mean equal tyre wear, which is a rather interesting debate being had amongst the very, very top players, the esports drivers, etc. So we are with Ronnie in the Williams. As you can see, 18 drivers will start this one. I will use this opportunity to fix up the settings here. F1 on inters. And Ronnie is having a good time. He started slow. Ben Lane was retired. Ronnie started near the bottom. He's now up in about 6th or 7th. So he's having a good middle sector so far. And wide he goes there. But no disqualification has come up. Through Maggots and Beckett's then. And he's still up there. Into the last sector. Max Bloom has crashed out. So 2 retirements, not completing the lap. Round the final corner comes Ronnie. And Ronnie is going to be 7th. Few more retirements. Bunny's Vengeance takes pole position. Bunny's Vengeance, the winner of both of our races in the Pacific Paradise event. We're back on home turf, and Bunny's Vengeance is on pole position. Syme in 2nd from Dangerous Dave 3rd, and MK5 in 4th. Naben Holan in 5th from Smug Git in 6th. Ronnie finished 7th, as you saw. From Scornful Griffin in 8th in the McLaren. Brad Mason and Easy Life run off the top 10. Ninjas and Skippy are the last ones to complete the lap. And after them we have Jacob, Max Bloom, Ben Lane, Joker, Inixa and Wavy at the back. He won't quite be at the back because Boris Johnson has joined. So Boris will make it 19 on the grid. Joker, Inixa and Wavy were disqualified. Jacob, Max Bloom and Ben Lane DNF'd. But it will be Buddy's Vengeance to lead the way again. And we have sunshine. The rain has gone away. And we have a dry looking race ahead of us here at Silverstone. I believe it's 19 laps. Something along those lines. It's the 35% distance. We will be back to the normal short quali and 50% race distance, I believe, for the league races. I did comment that somewhere. Nobody answered, so... So anyway, just a little break now for drivers to get their setups, get themselves ready to go. Strategies in hand. And of course on the formation lap I'll run you through the entire grid once again, as well as their starting tyre choices. Look forward to Monday when the league starts once again. We'll be live with us. May not be me on Twitch, but it'll stay on the DRS Twitch. Dynamic Racing League UK with no spaces. Do give me a follow, Blobby_Butler, both here on Twitch and over on Kick. I'll be doing a trial potentially this evening on Kick. Just got to sort out some wires and software and make sure they work. And I might have a race later on this evening. Or more like tomorrow morning, about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but we shall see about that one. Take this opportunity to quickly open a window. The rain has stopped in real life as well as on the game. So we'll get some air in. Pause is getting longer every time. Let's see. Okay, so 30 seconds. That's fine. And here we are. And it looks like we haven't got a formation lap. Looks like he's got rid of the formation lap because we are underway. And Joker's got to drive through. And I had no opportunity to do anything because we didn't have a formation lap. Buddy's Vengeance leads though from Simon second and MK5 is third. Naven Holland is next from Dangerous Dave. Then it's Scornful Griffin, Smug Git, Brad Mason, Joker who has that drive-through penalty. Then it's Easy Life. Then the 2 Red Bulls are side by side, Wavy and Jacob, with Ronnie in behind them. Max Bloom, Ben Lane battling it out in the background there. Inixia trying to hook it up round the outside. And everyone getting through, are they? Just about. Just about everyone getting through without any problems. Wide there goes Inixia. Up to the top 10 goes Jacob, and on the sausage carbs there was Easy Life, and that's going to cost him some places. Easy Life dropping down the order after that. Scornful Griffin going up round the outside of Dangerous Dave here. And Smug having a go at Scornful now. Is he going to make that stick? Or is he going to lose out with Brad Mason right in behind them? Buddy's Vengeance goes through in the lead. Everyone jockeying for position. Early doors here. Smug just closing the door on Brad Mason there, who's on the softer tyre and would like to clear some of these medium runners. Scornful managing to defend. Wavy overtaking his teammate there. Wavy is up to 10th. Inixia goes up ahead of Matt Bloom at the back. Down in 14th and 15th places. Easy Life's getting a place back. Ronnie making a move on Jacob, pushes him wide and gets that done. Brad Mason still on the tail of Smug. All waiting for DRS to open, of course. There's your pit strategies. Soft medium or soft hard? Probably medium soft for most. Syme sets the fastest lap of the race. He is in pursuit of Bunny's Vengeance in the lead. MK5 has dropped back a little from them too. Then it's Nathan Holland, Dangerous Day, Scornful Griffin, who has been defending from Smug Git and Brad Mason. Joker will soon have to take his drive-through penalty. Then it's Wavy, but up the inside goes Syme and takes the lead of the race. Syme takes the lead from Bunny's Vengeance. Skippy is the first to pick up a time penalty. Brad Mason and Smug get side by side yet again, and Brad Mason this time gets the position. We'll stay with Bunny's Vengeance trying to catch back up to Syme here. There's some places being swapped in behind, but Bunny's Vengeance retakes the lead. Bunny's Vengeance back up into the lead. He used the DRS there. And he's back in front. Skippy and Easy Life seems to be having a good battle. Matt Bloom's involved as well, as Joker pits to take his penalty and is given another one for speeding in the pit lane. It's not gone well for Joker. He's got a drive through and now he's got a 5-second penalty on top of his drive through. He will drop right to the back of the field. Jacob and Ronnie scrapping, Ben Lane and Wavy scrapping, Inixia getting involved as well. We'll stay with the leaders because Syme is going for it once again. Bunny's Vengeance fends him off this time. Wavy, Ben Lane and Inixia all swapping places. Ronnie and Jacob also in front. There goes Ronnie again. Ronnie and Jacob side by side. Jacob comes across to cut him off. Brad Mason getting close to Scornful Griffin now. And looking to make a move up his inside. There goes Brad Mason. Up into 6th place, but Scornful Griffin isn't going to give up on it that easily. Joker picks up another penalty, this time for the track limits. Brad makes the move stick. Smug picks up a time penalty. Dangerous Dave closing in on Naben Holland. We've not seen much of the Haas so far, but a big use of curb there might just slow him down a bit. Very unforgiving, some of these inside curbs at Silverstone this year. And Syme back up into the lead ahead of Bunny's Vengeance. These two are having a tremendous scrap for the lead. Ninjas is the latest to pick up a time penalty. Look how close these two are though. Syme and Bunny's Vengeance cannot be separated at the moment. They've swapped places 3 times. Wavy back up ahead of Ronnie into 10th, but not for long. They're going side by side. Bunny's Vengeance retakes the lead. Dangerous Dave has now got Naben Holland for 4th. Ben Lane and Anixa are having a battle further down the field. Lap 6 of 18 already. It's Bunny's Vengeance from Syme. MK5 in 3rd. Dangerous Dave is 4th. Naben Holland's 5th. Max Bloom has got a pit lane speeding penalty. Bit early for a pit stop. I think he might have damage. Brad Mason is 6th from Scornful Griffin. Smug is in 8th. From the Red Bulls, Jacob and Wavy. Then it's Ronnie, Ben Lane, Inixia. Easy Life picks up a penalty. Skippy is 14th, Easy Life 15th. Ninja's 16th. Joker is now up to 17th after Matt Bloom pitted early. Naben Holland has been overtaken here by Brad Mason, has he? They're going side by side, but Brad Mason gets that done. MK5 picks up a penalty. Brad Mason is on a mission here. His Aston teammate leads Bunny's Vengeance, but Brad is on a mission. Jacob picks up a time penalty. Up the inside now goes Brad. Trying to get past Dangerous Dave. Dangerous Dave keeps it out of the session. Retirement is Max Bloom. Max Bloom is out of the race. We've got just double wave yellows at the moment. A couple of people are pitting. That is Smug and Inixar. We're on board with Brad Mason, and he's going to blast past Dangerous Dave and up into 4th place. And then you look behind, Naben Holland and Scornful Griffin are right there as well. So we lost Max Bloom there in the Alpine. He is out of the race. He had just pit. So maybe his tyres weren't warmed up. He was out. And we're down to 17. Here comes Scornful Griffin on Naben Holland. Up the inside he goes. Scornful Griffin up into 6th place. And nothing Naben Holland can do with that one. Scornful's next target will be Dangerous Dave. as Ronnie picks up a penalty speeding in the pit lane. Skippy also pits. The soft runners going 5 to 7 laps. The leaders are not yet pit. Here comes Scornful Griffin up the inside of Dangerous Dave. Dangerous Dave's not letting this one go though. They're side by side. They're still side by side. And they're still side by side, but Dangerous Dave manages to keep the position for now. Scornful will probably have another go on the back straight here, where he overtook Naban Holan on the previous lap. Bit more DRS. He's looking for the inside. He's got it. And up into 5th place goes Scornful Griffin. Into the lead come the 2 leaders. Into the pits come the 2 leaders. And Syme picks up a speeding penalty. Joker picks up a track limit penalty. At the same time, MK5 has gone through into the lead from Scornful Griffin and Dangerous Dave, whose battle we're watching. The Red Bulls also go ahead of Bunny's Vengeance and Syme. Brad Mason is in the pits as well. Ben Lane's gone through into 7th. Easy Life is in the pits with a penalty. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1 briefly there. Not sure what that was for. But we'll see how this all shuffles out when we get the remaining pit stops. But the penalties are stacking up, folks. There we go. Joker's got 11 seconds, as has Ninjas. Easy Life with 8, Skippy 3, Ronnie 5, Smug 3, Syme 5. That could be a massive disadvantage for him. Jacob has 3 and MK5 has 3. MK5 is your current leader. We'll go to him. And it'll be interesting to see now the soft runner, the medium runners, how long they're going to stay out. Dangerous Dave has got Scornful Griffin back, but that's because Scornful Griffin has dived into the pit lane. So Scornful pits on lap 8. Naban Holan pits and picks up that 5-second penalty. And now some people have left the session, unfortunately. In fact, I'm losing everybody. This isn't... And out of the race is MK5. MK5's out. MK5 is out. I'm not sure what's happened here. But MK5 is out of the race. Wavy is out of the race. I think we've had some kind of technical glitch here. We've lost Wavy and MK5 from the race. Dangerous Dave now leads. I'm really not sure what's happened there. But Wavy and MK5 are out of the race. Dangerous Dave leads. Into the pit lane he comes. Second is Jacob. And into the pit lane he comes. Ben Lane into the pits as well. And Bunny's Vengeance will go through and retake the lead, with Syme following him. Syme sets the fastest lap of the race and is following Bunny's Vengeance. The two of them have gone through into the lead once again. Brad Mason is going to come out in third, with Scornful Griffin just behind. Joker is up to fifth, but he's got to try and make the mediums last forever, and he's got a lot of penalties. Smug is now sixth. Syme retakes the lead. Syme is back in the lead of this race. Syme's retaken the lead. Dangerous Dave has come up in seventh behind Smug Git. Inixia is now in the top 8. Nathan Holan drops to 9th, and Ronnie is 10th. Ben Lane 11, Jacob 12. And Inixia is making a move on Dangerous Dave, who I think we may have lost from the session. Indeed, he looks like a ghost car, as does Jacob. Who's trying to get rejoined. Ben Lane's also a ghost. Scornful Griffin, they're making the move on Brad Mason. And back and up to third goes Scornful Griffin. These two are a full 7 seconds behind the leaders, who are Syme and Bunny's Vengeance. Let's have a little quick look in Discord chat, just in case anyone is making a complaint about the things in here. Yeah, MK5 and Wavy both got booted and DNF by the game. A couple of others got booted and managed to get back in and retake control of their cars. It's a glitch fest on Formula 1 once again. EA Sports, it's in the game. Smug Git now chasing Joker. Joker, of course, with a lot of penalties. Smug might fancy having a go at him rather quickly though, as his medium tyres start to die. He's got a job as Joker to try and keep them going for the rest of the race. Jacob has managed to get back in. He just lost another place though to Ben Lane. And Smug Git does make that move on Joker, just as Nathan Holan makes a move on Inixia as well. And into the pits comes Joker. He's not going to make them tyres last, so he pits. Smug is up to 5th now. He should have no problem making the hard tyres last. Nathan Holan is in 6th from Inixia in 7th. Dangerous Dave in 8th. Then it's Ronnie, and Joker is going to serve one of those penalties of his and come out behind Ben Lane, so outside of the top 10. Ronnie now up to 8th, ahead of Dangerous Dave. Bunny's Vengeance still close in with Syme. Of course, Syme has that penalty. 5 seconds, which will cost him the race as it stands, as Inixia picks up one as well. And Ronnie does also. So the 5-second penalty at the moment going to cost Syme the race. Bunny's Vengeance is tight behind him. Then it's Scornful Griffin and Brad Mason. Nathan Holan and Smug having a bit of a battle here. And Smug's going to try and go up his inside. Jacob's out of the race. Jacob is out of the race. Nathan Holan has got ahead of Smug for 5th place, but needs an extra bit of a gap to make that happen because of the differential in penalties of 2 seconds. Brad Mason still chases Scornful Griffin in the hope that his tyres, soft tyres, will go off towards the end. Could still be a podium in it for him. If they keep the pace up, then Syme could drop off the podium with that 5-second penalty. At the moment, just a second in it as Bunny's Vengeance retakes the lead on track. Bunny's Vengeance back in front of Syme. And Syme needs to not get involved in a scrap here. He needs to keep the pace to keep that 5-second gap to the 2 behind him. Bunny's Vengeance on course for 3 wins in a row here on the DRS World Tour Warm-Up Series. So battle for 1st and 2nd, battle for 3rd and 4th. Scornful being chased by Brad Mason, and then it's a battle for 5th and 6th. Naben Holland being chased by Smug Git. Inixia is 7th from Ronnie in 8th. Dangerous Dave is in 9th, and Ben Lane rounds off the top 10 from Easy Life in 11th. Joker is 12th, Skippy 13, and Ninjas is at the back 14th and last of those remaining in the race. So, as always, it's been an eventful one. And here comes Syme back up the inside of Bunny's Vengeance and back into the lead. Back into the lead goes Syme. Bunny's Vengeance will see that he has that penalty as Ninjas picks another one up. Bunny's Vengeance will see that Syme has that penalty and will just try and stay behind. Obviously there's the urge to overtake as Brad Mason has done there. Brad Mason up into 3rd place onto the podium ahead of Scornful Griffin, who I think must have had an incident or an issue because he's immediately dropped a couple of seconds back. Naben Holland getting away from Smug a little bit now as Joker takes Easy Life for 11th place. Don't think he's got enough time to catch Ben Lane for a point though. Out of the race is Ronnie. Ronnie is out of the race. And this is going to mean that Joker will go up to 10th place. Bunny's Vengeance picks a 3-second time penalty up, and this makes it very interesting up top. Syme now only needs a 2-second gap, not a 5. Everything suddenly has changed in this race with a couple of laps left to go at the end of this one. Joker overtakes Ben Lane for 9th place. But it's all changed up top as Syme is now going to try and get the 2 seconds he needs from Bunny's Vengeance. At the moment he's got about 6.4 ahead of Brad Mason, who needs 5 over. And Scornful has dropped back. Smug has dropped back a bit from Naben Holland. We'll just view those penalties again for you. Joker still has 6 seconds of penalties. Easy Life's got 8, Skippy 3, Ninja's 14, and then in the top 6, in the top 10 we have Inixia with 3 seconds, Smug with 3 seconds, Naben Holland with 5. That's at the moment not going to cost him. Easy Life picks another up as we speak, that's him on to 11 seconds. Just 4 drivers with no penalties: Ben Lane, Dangerous Dave, Scornful Griffin and Brad Mason. At the moment, Buddy's Vengeance is still on course to win this race, but that 3-second penalty has not helped matters, and it's put it back into the balance as we go into the final lap of the race. Final lap then, Syme leads from Buddy's Vengeance by just under half a second. Buddy's Vengeance has just got to stick with him to make it 3 in a row in the World Series warm-ups. Brad Mason is back in third, but making no impact on the gap. Scornful Griffin is fourth, Nabin Holland in fifth, Smug Git in sixth, Inixa is seventh, Dangerous Dave is eighth, Joker is in ninth, and he's just about getting that 6 seconds gap he needs ahead of Ben Lane, who's been overtaken by Easy Life, but Easy Life has got plenty of penalties, so Ben will still get that point. We'll stay with the leaders. Here's Buddy's Vengeance. He'll want to win it on track if he can. Boris unfortunately didn't get in. I was hoping that he would. Buddy's Vengeance up the inside of Syme, and there it is. Buddy's Vengeance is going to win it on the track as well as officially, as he comes round the last couple of corners, and Japan, Singapore, and now Great Britain. Buddy's Vengeance wins for the third race in a row. Syme takes second place, and Buddy's Vengeance teammate for the day, Brad Mason, finishes third for Aston Martin. Scornful Griffin is in fourth for McLaren, and we await Nabin Holland coming home in fifth, from Smug Git in sixth, Inixa in seventh. Then we await Dangerous Dave Here comes Dangerous Dave to take 8th place. Joker in 9th. And Easy Life will come home 10th, but he's not going to keep it. It's going to be 11th or 12th for Easy Life. Ben Lane gets the final point. Skippy is going to come home behind Ninjas. The two of them coming across the line very slowly. Possibly run out of fuel. It did look like that. So there you have it. Great Britain is in the books, and it's Buddy's Vengeance for a third race running who takes the win. Buddy's Vengeance takes the win. Syme in second, and Brad Mason third. A good day for those guys at Aston Martin. Wavy commented in the chat that the game wasn't nice to him. I did think so when I saw some random DNFs without evidence of any crashes. So Syme takes the fastest lap bonus point there. Buddy's Vengeance wins the race. Syme second, Brad Mason in third, Scornful Griffin was fourth, Nabin Holland fifth, and Smug Git sixth, where they both started. Inixa from 17th on the grid finishes 7th, Dangerous Dave in 8th, Joker in 9th, and Ben Lane 10th. Easy Life 11 and Ninjas in 12th. Skippy was your final finisher in 13th. Wavy, MK5, Jacob, and a couple of others were the DNFs. Not all for their own fault. So hopefully the lobby is a little bit nicer in our next race, where we are off to Barcelona. Of course, one of the circuits that has changed this season, Barcelona, with the removal of the slow chicane at the end and the turn into a big double right-hander into the straight, which makes overtaking with DRS much easier. Boris Johnson is in the Williams. Have we lost anybody else? We've lost Dangerous Dave, I believe. Yeah, it appears we have lost Dangerous Dave. And Ben Lane. So we have lost a couple of our drivers in that. Maybe they're trying to get back in, I'm not sure. Anixa says decent race. Well, from the position on the grid, done very well to finish 7th. I'll just have a little look in Discord quickly. I think just try to get a couple of more people back in the lobby. There's Ben Lane back in. I think Dangerous Dave was the other one. Again, it'll be a one-shot quali. 23 lap race. I don't know what happened to the formation lap though. Took me a bit by surprise at the start of the race, but there you go. There we go then, hopefully no problems loading in, and we will get in for the one-shot quali once again. Just make sure they've not lost me altogether. Screen is black here. Does that mean they've lost my stream? Let's just have a double check. Nope, mine's still live, so that's fine. Here we go then. There we go, we're back live. Looks like a sunny day in Spain as we look down the pit lane. We'll try and get you onto one of the front runners for this one-shot quali. Don't want to mess around too much as it flicks around the order. Can be very difficult to select one person. We are on Ronnie. Let's try and get Bunny's Vengeance, shall we? Here we go. We were with Bunny's Vengeance as it was he who has won the last 3 races. Can he make it 4 out of 4 this week? What a boost it is for him going into the new season. Little bit of a wobble there. Going to cost him a little bit of time. As you can see, dropping him in the midfield at the moment. Ninjas is out. So Ninjas will be towards the back. And then we go up to the line, and it is Wavy that takes pole position with a 1 minute 12. Skippy was disqualified. Bunny's Vengeance starts in 6th place. I will take you through the full grid right now. Wavy 112.1, just ahead of MK5. They are the front row. The other Red Bull, Jacob, is in 3rd from Scoreful Griffin in 4th. Naben Holland 5th once again. Bunny's Vengeance is 6th. Ben Lane 7. Brad Mason 8th. Sion is 9th. Inixia is 10th. Smudgit 11 and Ronnie 12 are the last ones to complete. Ninjas crashed out, he's 13th. And Skippy, Boris, Easy Life and Joker were disqualified and will be the rear 4 on the grid. So we have 17 on the grid. I'm not sure if we're going to have a formation lap. They didn't last time, which took me a bit by surprise. There will be a pause now, of course, while drivers get their strategies in hand. Hopefully the game doesn't glitch and throw anybody out this time. That would help. This is the final warm-up, and it's rain in Spain. The final warm-up race of the season, and we have rain in Spain. Wet, wet, wet in Barcelona. For anyone who's ever flown into Barcelona Reyes Airport or gone to Salou, you do see this track quite nicely on the flight path on the way in. Just a little trivia bit there. I actually paid a visit to Monza the other week when I was in Milan. Short bus and train ride away. Here we go then, we're on the grid and it looks like we're getting going. And we're on the way. So Wavy leads us off the line and everyone on intermediate tyres. Wavy leads us off the line, but MK5 is going to go up his inside into turn 1. And MK5 takes the lead of the race. but then is forced wide. A Red Bull went right off there, Jacob, and has dropped many positions. Wavy keeps the lead ahead of MK5. Scornful Griffin is third. Naaman Holland's up to fourth. Buddy's Vengeance up 1 to fifth. Ronnie's had a great start, and we've got a yellow flag in amongst it all, but everyone seems to have got through okay. Naaman Holland's up to fourth up the inside of Buddy's Vengeance, and now there's a Williams challenging him as well. That's Ronnie, and Ronnie has also overtaken Buddy's Vengeance, but Buddy's Vengeance fights back. Buddy's Vengeance fights back against Ronnie there and retakes the position. A big scrap at the moment, as you can see on the first lap. Bit of glitching just to add to the fun. Wide there goes Ronnie, and he's going to lose positions with that. Jacob's coming back up through the field after he went wide early on. He's going to go past Ronnie. A bit of something went flying in the background. It may have been one of the braking boards, as Inixia knocked one of those flying. And everyone is round on the first lap. And Boris Johnson's out. Boris Johnson has crashed out of the race. Skippy, it may have been that picked up damage earlier on, as he is into the pits. Of course, no pit stop necessary. He can go to the end, but we have got a safety car. Boris Johnson is out of the race, and we have a full track safety car. And it hasn't picked the leaders up. So everybody will have to follow around in order now before the safety car can pick up Wavy, who is your leader. Skippy will get that pit stop for free and get back to the back of the field, I assume, as he now leaves the pits and will pass the safety car. We'll still have to, of course, obey the Delta, which is why you saw him slow down there. So Boris Johnson, an early casualty. We'll run through the order and let's have a look at the changes of position. Ronnie is 5 places up. Joker and Dangerous Dave have made 4 each. Ninjas and Skippy have dropped 3 each, as has Brad Mason and Jacob further up, as we saw on live. Wavy and MK5 started on the front row, and that's where they remain. Scornful Griffin, Naaman Holland and Buddy's Vengeance are up 1. Brad Mason is pitting now, so he's going to drop right down the order. Is he going to gamble for dry tyres? I'm sure he isn't. Here we go then. Drivers will now be picked up by the safety car, which is going very slowly. Very slowly indeed. So well done everybody for not crashing into each other. Brad Mason's going to come out right near the back in 16th. Now we're given a chance now to catch the field along with Skippy, and then it'll be time to go racing again. And a frenetic first lap it was, and just as I was saying, everybody completed it without too much contact and aggravation. Boris Johnson crashed out. So Wavy leads from MK5, Scornful Griffin, Naaman Holland, Buddy's Vengeance. Jacob rounds off the top 6. Ronnie is in 7th, having a good start. Inixia is 8th from Ben Lane in 9th. Then it's the Ferrari, Syme and Smug. Joker is in 12th from Dangerous Dave, Easy Life. Then it's Ninjas, Brad Mason and Skippy rounds off the field. The 2 of them are catching up, but not quickly enough for the safety car to go away just yet. So it'll be 1 more lap under safety car conditions, and then I assume it will be race time once again, as wide there was a Mercedes And Smug has decided to pit. Smug has decided to pit. He's gone to the rear of the field now. And is coming back out on another set of intermediates, so he must have had wing damage. And he's going to get a move on here to catch the field in time for there not to be another safety car lap. Great battling from Wavy and MK5 in the first corner. Bunny's Vengeance also with some staunch defending over Ronnie. They now have Jacob in between them. Nathan Holland, he's having a good day. He's finished 5th in the first race. He started 5th here. He's now 4th. Home comforts for the German on this European leg of the World Tour. Safety car is in this lap. Brad Mason has had an incident, I think, because he's dropped behind Smug. Not sure what happened there, but the safety car will now come around this usually very quick final couple of corners. Double right-hander as it is now. Wavy will, of course, pace the field. MK5 on bags, itching to get on with it. Nathan Holland's got a good jump here on Scornful, and this could be an overtaking chance. As they go down to turn 1, he has a look but thinks better of it. Who else is going to make a move? Anybody? As they all filter through, Brad Mason retakes over Smug, but he may have been given that place back. Enixia is going to overtake Ronnie here and up into 7th place. 7th for Enixia. Joker overtaking Syme. Syme's going to fight it though. Syme is going to fight it. Bit of a wobble, but Joker gets it done. And now Syme's got Dangerous Dave for company. And Dangerous Dave has passed Syme. And Easy Life and Syme, I think, came together there. May have been some contact. MK5 is out. MK5 is out of the race, and we've got another safety car. I didn't see what happened there, but there you can see in the background MK5 is out. The safety car is back on track. This time it's going to pick everybody up quite quickly. Ninjas has dived into the pit lane and got a 5-second penalty for speeding there, and has now pit and quit. So Ninjas has had enough and he's out of the race. And we're down to 15, and the safety car picks Wavy up, and this one shouldn't be quite as long because the field are all together. Ninja's car is still on the map in the pit lane, but now it's gone. That's good. And the rain is causing all kinds of problems for some of these drivers. MK5 there, he was second. He's now in the wall and out of the race. And we're back under safety car conditions for the second time. Wavy will have to do it all again. This time it's Scornful Griffin he's got for company. Bunny's Vengeance managed to make it up to 3rd. in amongst all that, ahead of Naaman Holland, who's 4th. Jacob is in 5th. He of course lost positions at the start, but since then has been battling his way back through. Inixa is up to 6th place from Ronnie in 7th. Then it's the Alpines of Ben Lane and Joker. And Dangerous Dave rounds off the top 10. Dangerous Dave and Ben Lane have changed cars in the in between, which is why I may have been a bit confused earlier on who was what. Syme is in 11th, then it's Easy Life, Skippy, Brad Mason and Smug, for whom the extra safety cars are doing no favours at all, as those two at the back would have preferred people's tyres to go off quicker than they have done. This should be the final lap of safety car this time. MK5's car and Ninja's are both gone. Lap 7 of 23. And the safety car is indeed in this lap. So Wavy will again back the field up. Do we think, folks, that the rain is stopping? Of course, the drivers get a bit more radio contact, etc. than I do. But it looks to me like maybe the rain is stopping. And that this could end up being a dry tyre race by the end of it. We shall see. Wavy is going to take as long as he likes before he guns it away and tries to catch Scornful Griffin out, which he may have done a little there. It's tight in behind. Inixia and Jacob side by side there, and Inixia is going to make the move on Jacob. Used a bit too much carb and couldn't get it done. Ronnie and the Alpines both right there as well. But for now, no changes of position. Wavy actually got a second there or more. Buddy's Vengeance though makes the move and takes second place from Scornful Griffin. Dangerous Dave and Joker are side by side further back. And Joker keeps the position over Dangerous Dave. Syme is in there as well. Ronnie loses a place going over the carbs to Ben Lane's Alpine. And Joker wants a bit of that as well. And both Alpines have passed Ronnie there. Ronnie overtaken by both Alpines. He's now down to 9th. And he's got Dangerous Dave for company, who's forced wide. And Syme's going to dive up the inside of him. Says thank you very much for that, Dangerous Dave. And he's going to go for Ronnie as well. What a great move by Syme, taking two of them. Dangerous Dave takes Ronnie at the same time. Wavy has set the fastest lap of the race. This track is drying. Ronnie and Dangerous Dave side by side. And Ronnie up the inside. Is he going to get that position back? No, he is not. In behind, Easy Life having a look. Ronnie now does get the position back. Up the inside of Dangerous Dave, who's going to fight it all the way and take it back again. But went a bit deep. He went very deep. But he still manages to keep that position and try and push Ronnie wide now. They're going to be 3 wide. Easy Life's having a look up the inside of both of them. Easy Life's going to try and go up the inside of both of them. And there's contact. And round goes Dangerous Dave. And Easy Life Easy Life and Dangerous Dave there. And they've both dropped to the back of the field. They were going 3 wide there into a corner where you can't really go 3 wide. And 2 of them paid the price, I'm afraid. Jacob is catching Scornful Griffin here for 3rd place. Wavy leads by a second from Buddy's Vengeance, who's just set the fastest lap of the race. Jacob now closing right in to Scornful Griffin. Nathan Holan is still in 5th. That's been his place all day today. Enixia is 6th from Ben Lane, just behind. So a little bit of a gap to Joker, who's got signed for company. Bit of a gap then to Ronnie, who defended for his life a minute ago. And it cost a couple of people places, but Jacob has taken 3rd place from Scornful Griffin. It was an Aston Martin 1-3 in the first race. It's a Red Bull 1-3 now. Both DNF'd in the first race. Wavy through no fault of his own as the game kicked him out. But they're making amends here. Brad Mason is closing in now on Ronnie, and so is Smug in behind. And Brad's going to have a look up the inside of Ronnie here. And wide goes Ronnie, and he's surely not going to be able to fight it from there. He tries. He still tries. Smug's going to go up the inside of him. 3 wide, and Smug maybe make contact. And they're both in the wall there. Ronnie and Smug this time. And Dangerous Dave's gone through. And Ronnie has had to pit. Joker has overtaken Enixia for 7th place. The Alpines on the charge up the table at the moment. They're now 6 and 7. Is Ronnie going to gamble for dry tyres? He is. Everyone keep an eye on the pace of Ronnie, because he's going for it. He is going for it. Simon was going for it there at the inside of Enixia, but not quite. Buddy's Vengeance is closing on Wavy in the lead. The closest battle on track is Joker, Enixia and Sime. Ronnie then 28 seconds behind Easy Life at the moment. Let's just see if that gap comes down rapidly and if it's time for dry tyres, because the rain has stopped. On a lot of the track I cannot see rain. So we'll find it interesting to see as Buddy's Vengeance takes the lead. Buddy's Vengeance takes the lead, does he? Wavy fights it back. Buddy's Vengeance took the lead briefly, but he went a little too deep into the corner. Sime has now passed Enixia for 8th place. Wavy maintains the lead, but only just. Buddy's Vengeance is 2nd. Jacob not far behind in 3rd. Bit of a gap then to Scornful Griffin. And everyone's gapped up by about a second or 2 each. Nathan Holan, Ben Lane, Joker, Sime and Enixia now. From Brad Mason in 10th. Skippy is up to 11th from Dangerous Dave 12th. Smug Git 13th. Easy Life 14th. And that gap to Ronnie has increased by a couple of seconds. So maybe the gamble for dry tyres is not quite going to go right. Buddy's Vengeance has lost a bit of time here because Jacob's now right on his gearbox. In fact, Jacob might be making a move on him here. Just maybe had to get out of it a little bit, but now we'll have the DRS. And Buddy's Vengeance tries to cover the inside. Jacob goes around the outside. Enixia pits. And will that be for dry tyres? Ronnie has not made any impression on those dry tyres. It's now a Red Bull 1-2 as Jacob has taken second from Buddy's Vengeance, who seems to be struggling. And it's now spin. I think Buddy's Vengeance is off. Just as we change camera view, Buddy's Vengeance is off and Scornful Griffin's off. Scornful Griffin's off as well. Buddy's Vengeance and Scornful Griffin are both off, and Scornful Griffin is out of the race. Scornful Griffin's out of the race. Buddy's Vengeance went off. He's come back on in 7th place. And this has promoted Naban Holland to 3rd. Enixia did go in for dry tyres. We'll see how the gap goes. We'll see how that progresses. But the front two are the Red Bulls of Wavy and Jacob, and Naban Holland, having a quiet race on his own, is now 3rd, and the Alpines are now 4th and 5th as Brad Mason picks up a time penalty. Syme chasing Joker to try and get in between those Alpines. Then it's Buddy's Vengeance, who was struggling for some reason and had that spin. That may have caused Scornful Griffin to spin also. Brad Mason's 8th, but does have a penalty. Then it's Dangerous Dave, who just overtook Skippy for 10th. Smug Git Easy 11th, with Easy Life 12th. And then Enixia and Ronnie on dry tyres are the last two. But Ronnie seems to be struggling a bit. Let's have a look at Enixia. The track is drying, just not as quickly as those two would hope. Jacob is closing in on his teammate in the lead. And Brad Mason is out of the race. And we've got another safety car. Brad Mason has crashed. And we have another safety car. And now surely the pit stops for dry tyres will start. Or will they? Yes, both the leading Red Bulls are pitting. Naban Holland is pitting. Ben Lane is pitting. Joker is pitting. Syme is the only one not pitting. Syme goes into the lead. Jacob is going to lose out, I think, here. Because of double stacking, he's dropped behind Naban Holland. Easy Life didn't pit and is now 3rd. Jacob has come, and Syme is out of the race. Syme has been disqualified. Ronnie has got a drive through. Syme has been disqualified. Wavy leads on new dry tyres. Easy Life has stayed out on the intermediates and is 2nd. Naban Holland's 3rd on new dry tyres. Jacob has come in and fitted new intermediate tyres. He's 4th. Ben Lane is 5th. New dry tyres. Buddy's Vengeance 6th, new dry tyres. Joker 7th, new dry tyres. Dangerous Dave 8th, new dry tyres. Skippy is 9th, new inters. And Smug is 10th on new dry tyres. The two that gambled and pitted early are still the back two, and Ronnie now has a drive through as well. Wow. That was an interesting turn of events. So we've lost MK5, Boris Johnson, Ninja, Scornful Griffin and Brad Mason. And now Syme as well has been disqualified. And into the pits comes Jacob again. He's changed his mind on the intermediates. He is going to go for dry tyres. That's going to lose him a lot of places though. On go the softs. And he drops right to the rear of the field. Apart from Ronnie. So he's going to go all the way to 11th. Remember, he was catching Wavy for the lead before this safety car. Easy Life will be praying the safety car stays out for the next 8 laps. Ronnie is out of the race. Ronnie is out. We're down to just 11. Easy Life will be hoping the safety car can stay here forever, as he has decided to stay on the original intermediate tyres that he started on. Skippy is on new intermediates. Everyone else has gone to medium or soft compound dry tyres. So Easy Life probably with some defending to do. It has put him up to second when he was scrapping in the lower end of the field. The safety car is in this lap, so we've still got plenty of racing time here. Wavy, for the 3rd time, will back the field up. This is the 3rd safety car restart. On a bit of a wobble there from Joker, he nearly went right into the back of Bunny's Vengeance. Have to be so careful on dry tyres on a still damp track under safety car slow speeds. Trying to get every advantage you can. There goes Wavy then. Bunny's Vengeance and Joker are going at it a bit there. Let's see, Nathan Holden. Nathan Holden's going to make a move. Is he on Easy Life? Not quite. Ben Lane's right there as well. Then it's Bunny's Vengeance. Joker, Dangerous Dave, Jacob overtakes Anixia and into the top 10 once again. Be interesting to have a look for Jacob's run back through the field in these final few laps. It may be that Easy Life is going to go the other way, who knows. So far he's defended 2nd place. Nathan Holland is after him though. Skippy overtakes Dangerous Dave. And Dangerous Dave drops a few positions in fact. Dangerous Dave has dropped a few positions there. And they're 3 wide. And Elixir had to dive out of that one. Jacob is going to get 9th place from Dangerous Dave eventually. And does so. Nathan Holland has overtaken Easy Life. And Ben Lane, only amount of time, Easy Life has decided that it wasn't a good idea and pits. Wavy sets the fastest lap of the race. Easy Life is into the pits. And will drop to 11th place. Yellow's all over the place at the moment. Jacob is already up to 6th. Smashing his way back through the field here. On the fresh soft tyres, and he's going to make a move on Joker, is he? Not quite this time. We will keep an eye on Jacob though. He does seem to be the man to watch at the moment. Wavy is nicely clear now of Nathan Holland. Then it's Ben Lane, Bunny's Vengeance. A gap to Joker, who is fending off Jacob here. Smug Git and Dangerous Dave not losing interest with this one either. And almost a move there. This wet to dry race. And a wobble, a big wobble from Joker. And surely that's going to invite the overtake from Jacob. They're both side by side here. Jacob on the outside makes it stick. Wavy sets the fastest lap of the race once again. His teammate is now up to 5th. DRS now enabled. So you can tell the track has really dried out enough. Skippy is finding that out the hard way as he is having to pit off those intermediates. The dry tyres were the shout for that last safety car. Nabenholen's off! Off goes Nabenholen! And Ben Lane and Bunny's Vengeance take his podium spot from him. And that's going to be another place for Jacob to swallow up, surely. There it is, Jacob up to 4th. Jacob is up to 4th. Nabenholen, what a good race he was running. He's now back to his start position and finish position earlier on of 5th. Bunny's Vengeance catching Ben Lane. Probably has left it too late to make it 4 wins in a row, but he is in the podium places now once again. We're just about to start lap 20 of 23. And Joker and Smug scrapping away. And look at Enixia trying to get involved behind as well. Jacob sets the fastest lap of the race. Bunny's Vengeance is up into 2nd. Bunny's Vengeance up into 2nd place. I'm going to stick with Joker, Smug and Enixia because they are scrapping. Big time scrapping. Bit of a wobble for Joker again there as Smug overtakes him. Smug takes 7th. Enixia will look to try and follow through, but at this stage can't. Bunny's Vengeance has taken 2nd from Ben Lane. Jacob is in 4th and hasn't given up yet on a podium. He is flying, the fastest man on the track at the moment. Nabenholen is back in 5th. He was 2nd briefly. But just had a bit of a spin. Jacob picks up a penalty and that's going to do his podium chances real damage. Dangerous Dave is in 6th, chasing his teammate now. Smug is in 7th, Joker 8th with Enixia right behind in 9th, and Easy Life is in 10th place. Easy Life and Skippy regretting their decisions on tyres. Intermediates just wouldn't last the day and they had to pit in the end after the safety car. Bunny's Vengeance just set the fastest lap of the race there. But I do think with just 3 laps to go he's left it too late to catch Wavy, who is 3.5 seconds up the road and looking like cruising towards victory. Ben Lane is in 3rd place, not too far behind Bunny's Vengeance, trying to stick with him. Skippy in last sets the fastest lap of the race. He's in 11th and last place, but he's just set the fastest lap of the race. Everyone a little bit gapped now, apart from these two. Jacob is closing in on these two, but does have that penalty, so he needs to pass and create a gap. The penalty might just be the difference between getting on that podium and not getting on that podium, but he is closing in. Enixia is closing in, and that was Smug. That was Smug going off. Enixia closing in on Joker. Joker covers the inside. Enixia looked like making a dive, but isn't going to. Jacob is now within a second of Ben Lane in front of him. Bunny's Vengeance has closed the gap to Wavy to 3 seconds, but he needs a lot more. He needs a lot more to get that in the last couple of laps. Jacob catching Ben Lane then on track, as you can see. He's right up with him now. Wavy comes round to start the final lap of the race. Ben Lane picks up a penalty as well, and that is going to cost him probably a podium because Jacob is going to overtake him here. And Jacob gets the move done for third place, and that third place will now hold. Buddy's Vengeance has the gap down to 2 seconds, but it's too little too late, I feel. He is closing the gap, you can see it there. Inixia does overtake Joker, or maybe not. They're both scrapping away still. The battle is real. And Joker holds position for now. We're going to stick with Wavy and Buddy's Vengeance closing the gap, because Wavy's into sector 2 of the final lap, but the gap is down to 1.4 seconds. You can see it. You can see the top 4 all in a line there. Buddy's Vengeance closing and closing, but it's not going to be enough unless Wavy makes a mistake. Jacob will get third place as Ben Lane also picked up a penalty, but round the last corner comes Wavy to win in Barcelona. Wavy wins from Buddy's Vengeance in second, Jacob in third, Ben Lane finishes 4th ahead of Nathan Holan, who ended up 5th in an eventful race for him. Dangerous Dave finishes 6th, Smudgit in 7th, then it'll be Joker beating away the attentions of Inixia. Joker 8, Inixia 9, and Easy Life will come home for a point in 10th. Your final finisher then will be Skippy in 11th, who did set that fastest lap. I'll have to check if that held. What a race. Buddy's Vengeance denied a 4th successive World Tour win by an impeccable drive from Wavy. Dangerous Dave, driver of the day for the game. Good points for Alfa Romeo, as both he and Nathan Holan finished in the top 6. So here we are then, Wavy. It was Aston Martin 1 and 3 in Great Britain. It's Red Bull 1 and 3 in Spain. Wavy, your winner from Buddy's Vengeance in second and Jacob in third. Let's get through the classified result check for you quickly before I sign off. Wavy, your winner. Buddy's Vengeance in second. Jacob getting the fastest lap in third. Ben Lane 4th for Alpine. Nathan Holan and Dangerous Dave 5th and 6th for Alpha. Then it's Smudgit in 7th. Joker in 8th. Inixia 9. Easy Life 10. And Skippy finishing in 11th after 3 pit stops. Your DNFs were Ronnie, Brad Mason, Scornful Griffin, Ninjas, MK5, Boris Johnson, and Syme was disqualified. That's it. I'll leave the stream going, but I need to run to the toilet, so that'll be it for me for now. Do join us on Monday for the start of the league season here with Dynamic Racing League UK and Blobby_Butler. Thank you very much. Good night.